I still fight doubt. And the only person that's gonna stop me is me. But once I overcame that fight, can't nothing stop me. I can't die. I'm immortal.
Rejected, neglected, I feel disrespected. They told me go left, I didn't learn the right lessons. Been hard on my grizzle, my hustle got deadly. Y'all rap about shit I done murdered already. Ain't changing my image, focused on my vision. Hard-headed, don't listen, fake love, I ain't with it. This path I'm committed, slip up but ain't tripping. My mind always spinning, ain't talking about vision. Just run me, my digits go broke, I ain't limping. It ain't come to me, so I had to go get it. I came from a city with niggas, it's vicious. The love be fictitious, see hate from a distance. It made me a fighter, got pushed to my limits. I took a few L's and then got so discouraged. With God as my witness, from whence I was forged. No Golden Gate Bridge, but I came back a warrior. I came back immortal, invincible even. My faith is much higher than what you believe in. They wanted me gone on my soul, I ain't leaving. Spoke life into every verse you receiving. My music lives on when my bones turn to dust. There's power in words, so bitch you should hush. My mind overflowing in lyrical floods. Fuck building an art, you gon' need you a sub. I rose through the pavement, I stand on my morals. Been stabbed in the heart, now my scars are enormous. I took all your stones and created a fortress. Been fighting off demons that constantly torment my mind, and my thoughts are a little abnormal. Been crossing out squares that won't fit in my circle. Can't kill what I said, and this verse is eternal. With God on my side, I can't die, I'm immortal.
Yeah, man. All right. 06172024, baby. What's good? What's good? What's good? What happened to the internet, yo? What happened to the internet? Man. Today we're gonna just go down the rabbit hole and find out what happened to like some of the old platforms. What happened to particular search engines, and deep dive into some history. Shout out to my bro Kales, who when I told him about it, he was like, make sure you do Ask Jeeves. I was like, damn. That's truly a blast from the past right there. Ask Jeeves. So we're going to find out what happened to Ask Jeeves. Is Jeeves still Jeeving? You know? We're going to go through the search engine. We're going to find out the history of what happened to particular messengers and whatever the case may be. Juice! No go. LL, more rabbit holes. Yeah, we got to go there, Jules. We got to go there. We got to figure out what happened to the internet. And again, the cat came back. So we have to go there to figure out, where did this great change happen? Did the internet become too accessible for apparently stupid people? People happen to the internet, that's for damn sure. End of story. Right. People did happen to the internet. And in most cases, I would end the story. But there's always more to the story, right? There's the beginning. There's the high, the low. And then there's the conclusion. Let's see if we can conclude some of this stuff. I would like some of these platforms to be back and stronger than ever. Like, Facebook is cool. Twitter's better. Twitter is absolutely better. And I'm just thankful that a lot of people who can't figure it out can't get on there. So thank God for that. Stay on Facebook, because you're not meant for Twitter. The savages will eat you alive. Right, but it's always going to be something bigger and better. True. Education of technology. Yeah. Kat, you're about to be fired. I don't understand. you're asking for a lot right now from me. I am trying to do a show. You had all this time beforehand, and you didn't come over here. I get listen. It's just is you want to say hi to Jules? Say hi, Jules. It's me. All right. Okay. I'm gonna put you down now. You scurry along. All right. Twitter will hurt your feelings. You absolutely right. It will demoralize you. Twitter don't play stupidity. Literally, Twitter don't play stupidity. So if you get away with it on Facebook, hey, count just know that you are blessed. If you ever go to that dark side, they will devour you. If you struggle with depression, don't get on Twitter. Yeah. Mm-mm. They will spitball you out. If you are a person that rely on likes, don't get on Twitter. They will look at you and keep going. Yeah. If you have insecure essence about your content that you put out, that you believe or feel that it is of certain quality and it should be respected, hey, psst, lean in. Stay the fuck off Twitter. Because as my good friend said, we should highlight that. We're going to start at right now. Twitter will hurt your feelings. And Twitter will forever be Twitter. It's known as the X platform. I know, but it's called X. And it's always funny is the people who are not on it that give that. So Jules, right. You're absolutely right. It's people that happen to the internet. Absolutely. So let's go ahead and get started. Shout out to Twitch. What's good, Twitch? What's good, everybody over there? I would love to have my Facebook gaming back connected. Facebook, do something, be better. Anyway, YouTube, we're here. So, for those of you that know, hey, go ahead and hit us up. Give us a like, a comment, a subscribe right here at TMAX_network while we're going through the droves of the internet to figure out what happened. Also, if you're a sponsored content creator, want to be a new panelist, just want to simply make a suggestion of a topic you would like for us to discuss, well, go ahead and hit us up at tmaxnetworkllc@gmail.com. Somebody going to respond to you. Might not be the response you want, but you will get a response. However, needless to say, I just want to say thank y'all for coming by and showing love to us over here at the network, at TMAX Network. If you'd like to join the Facebook group, it is simply TMAX Network. We will get you into the group. We are 1,000+ strong. And so we're also looking to grow the platform here on YouTube, also on Twitch. Probably connect to Twitter. I've just got to figure out how I'm not letting people come hurt some of y'all feelings. But anyway, let's get it started. All right. So we're going to start with Ask Jeeves. And see what's going on with that and see where it has taken. What has become of it? What does it look like? What has happened to the once therefore Google before Google existed? Let's see what it's looking like. Oh man, this is Ask Jeeves these days. What up, Cody? What up, Honor Man? So this is what Ask Jeeves looks like. There's no more the guy in the corner, you know. Let's see if we could pull up his image, because Buddy was Buddy was official. There we go. Hold on. I'm gonna pull it together. Oh wow, it's trash. That's trash. They really just gave us trash, yo. They cheap viewers. All right. Uh, I don't want to say your name and mess it up, but I'll call you Looker. All right. Sax Jeeves. And we just going to share this tab. Look at Jeeves. Look at Jeeves, yo. That's what it used to look like. And it literally was askjeeves.com. Now it's become just ask.com. One thing I do appreciate about the internet is that when something to this magnitude does happen, a change is made, it just doesn't completely derail you. So for example, you could put in Ask Jeeves and it still pull you up to that very website that you're looking to go to. So it's very appreciative of that. Just as very much the same with Twitter. If you just type in twitter.com, it will still pull up X. So that much I can appreciate. I hope that doesn't go away because I don't not see people not changing their company names or merging or whatever the case may be down the line. Actually, I think it's going to be a lot more aggressive when it comes to these apps and platforms or whatnot. So this is the OG Ask Jeeves, man. Jeeves was the guy. All right, let me pull this up. So this is NBC News. Jeeves was so popular that NBC News did a report on it. Ask.coms want users to ask each other and not Jeeves, which is crazy. You can't ask Jeeves the butler that made the search engine, now known as Ask.com, famous in the late 90s. But in a bid to engage more users, Ask is returning to its question and answer roots by tapping its user and the web. What's good, man? What's up, Mom? So this is good old Ask Jeeves right here. I miss this guy. He was fun. Look at him. This is a clear sign of debonair. This man had the internet on lock. But Ask Jeeves was something special, man. Let's see. There's nothing new about the farming questions. What happened? Did it take me somewhere? I didn't ask for that. Okay. There's nothing newer. There's nothing new about farming or out the questions of individuals online. Yahoo Answer has done this for years. True. Ask Already and Ask Answers. Features that give users answers from experts and around the web. But the newer service, such as Aardvark or Quora, have helped reinvigorate the premise. Search giant Google is king. Sorry for all y'all that has failed to the not understanding how to properly use Google, but that's another discussion. Answer questions from paying users and sees much promising in the community based on the Q&A brought by Aardvark in February. Now, Aardvark, they did something else. I remember getting an email about them some time ago. What did Aardvark do? That's gonna bug me now. Ask Network President Scott Garrell said his site is concentrating on more Q&A because it can be hard to find good answers to questions that are time sensitive and complex using more conventional search engines like Google. The site hopes to eventually give users the answers they're looking for 90% of the time, and it's currently about 60%. So that's what's happening with a big part of Ask Jeeves. So Jeeves is no longer existing right now due to the fact that where the hell did my where did my thing go? Okay, there you go. I don't know how to end up over here. So due to the fact that honestly, I think it's cheaper. That's just my honest assessment of it all. I think it's just cheaper. You let the people deal with each other, Q&A each other, if they choose to use your forum, which is something that also used to be something big. What up, Casey? Used to be something big. Internet forums used to be big. So Ask Jeeves is no longer in the business of being that search engine to where you type in and then boom, information hit. So they wanted to give you that nostalgia type feeling, as we've seen, and going with let people go on with each other. So that's what happened to Ask Jeeves. Okay, now we know. So it's now no more Ask Jeeves. It's just ask.com. I don't know how many of y'all are going to be going over there, but good luck if you do. All right. Next up. Let's see. Next up on the chopping block. Lycos.com. Yo, so Lycos is another one. Oh, they have a Twitter. Oh my God. Lycos has a Twitter. I'm tempted. I'm going to go look. I want to see what Lycos is tweeting. Y'all want to see what Lycos is tweeting? Let's see. All right. So they have a Twitter. This is interesting. Oh, wow. Only 112 followers. I'm going to follow. You just witnessed me become the 113th follower to Lycos.com. So they have 4 posts in total, which is crazy. This was once a major search engine. Major. It was heavy for the researchers. They used to be in competition with a company called Dogpile, which is what I'm going to get into next. So let me share this instead. So this is Lycos. You know, nothing really too much going on, not too much information outside the fact that they have a Facebook and they got a Twitter. But Lycos is, damn, that's crazy. They still around. So they had to have made quite the bit of money back in the day. We know that we should know, for those who are just in that particular understanding what happened to Google and what like all the money that they let slip through their hands and stuff of that nature with the ad revenues and uh what was it? Something that you could generate revenue from clicks. They had that right there in the palm of their hands and they dropped the ball on that. And they lost a lot of their major heads. And Yahoo had the opportunity to own Google for $1 million. They told them guys that they wasn't worth it. And then a year and a half, 2 years later, Google's now owning you and everything you become. And then they put you up for sale. I think it was more so just of them being petty, but not really looking to do business of that nature. So that's why you have Gmail, that's why you have Ymail, and you still have Yahoo Mail. But the Ymail is basically just to show you that they have ownership under Google because the Gmail and Ymail. All right. Let's go to Dogpile. Let's see what's going on with them these days. Again, Dogpile was very much a competitor search engine to Lycos. One of the things that used to get them so confused. Oh, wow, they got the Amazon button, Walmart button, Lowe's button, coupons. Okay, they doing a lot. Oh, they got magnesium glycerol. Oh shit, they selling headache, man. Look at Dog. Oh man. So Dogpile is still around. This is one of my favorite things back in the day. I wish they could show you like the old way. But you used to hit go fetch. And when you hit go fetch, the dog used to go take off. He would take off out the screen and then he would come back. And when he came back, that's when all the links or a direct link, depending on how you formed your question, would come up. And so Dogpile was definitely one of those informational front runners. A great time for all these companies that come out was at the top of the US's economics when everything was in the black. 96, 97, 98, 99, 2000. That was a great time for all those tech bubbles to have hit and to hit the wave. Of course, it was early foundational, but again, you couldn't predict the way that the economy was steamrolling at that point, which made a lot of these people very, 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 very wealthy at hand. So Dogpile was just one of those major platforms as far as searching information. And that's how we got, to the Google, because Google figured out how to do something else. Google figured out how to become more direct. As we saw with Ask Jeeves, they just bowed out of the whole information game. And they said, you know what? We're going to let y'all talk to each other. And we just going to provide this area. So that's what happened with that. But yeah, good times. Good old Dogpile. Got a lot of homework done with that back in the day. All right. So now we really got to kick it up a notch because it goes into what we now know as social media. And one thing is for certain, two things is for sure. What I'm about to tell you may very much offend you. And I don't care. Because it's the truth. The fact of the matter that your Facebooks, your Instagrams, all these other platforms exist is no other than because of Boom. All hail your originator of social media gathering. BlackPlanet.com. Black Planet wasn't just a way where you got on there and talk shit, because that's what really wasn't going on at that point in time. That came way later. That came really during the Facebook era. Y'all were just too familiar. And sometimes I think that's going to get a lot of y'all really dismissed from this realm because y'all are still vaguely too familiar with people you don't know. But however, it's your life, not mine. So keep up with that. But Black Planet, you would come to this platform and you would interact with people. And there was a level of decorum that you had as into being you. This platform allowed you to then, one, learn how to do hypertext markup language, which is called HTML for short. You designed your background, you played music, you did floating pictures, you did everything you possibly could do in the name of HTML that did allow you. People were sharing backgrounds, people were sharing code lines, people were getting very tech savvy. In the midst of it all, was very unaware that, hey, these people were making great money doing this at this point in time. And all we were doing was just showing and expressing ourselves as individuals. So all these people that had a Black Planet, that fixed their pages up to their levels, they're now on Twitter. And this is why these savages don't take nothing lightly. They will demoralize you because they came from a platform that, one, being yourself is everything. That's the fact of the matter. So apparently they've made some changes, very much like MySpace did. Clean out all the old profiles. So you have to basically reestablish your profile if you haven't been an active user, which makes sense because with these profiles and these platforms, it's based on ads. So the people that are active, they're looking for you to be there and be a participant. And therefore, i.e., Black Planet, the king of them all. Next in line. Next in line. Oh, baby. MySpace. MySpace was really good. MySpace is there was a few others. There was Cocoa Planet, and then there was a bunch of other stuff. There was other stuff, and they were basically all mimicking what Black Planet did. However, MySpace mimicked just basically giving you that originality, but also this platform was strongly built for the creators, which is your artists, your A&Rs, and your any type of entertainers, right? This is where they were at. A lot of people didn't realize this is where they should have been expressing themselves musically, that were artists. At this point of this wave of the internet, it got to a point where it was about hooking up. Yeah, the inboxes was crazy. So before the DM went down, it was the inbox. The inboxes were crazy on MySpace. Again, You were able to have your own set of originality. You coded your background. You coded everything around it. So you had two platforms that you was kind of bouncing back and forth between, and you had two different platforms. Um, and both were free range. Both were free range. There was no conflict on either. Or. However, if you happen to not be on somebody's top 10 of their friends, oh man, listen, it will let you know who was in a certain place in their life if they wasn't in your top 10. Like I used to deliberately mess with people, and you could even go to what, top 50, top 100. I used to deliberately mess with people and change the order. So one week, I put all the light skinned girls at the top. Next week, all dark skinned girls. Next week, all Latin girls. Next week, all Asian girls. What it was pandemonium in the inbox. What are you doing? Like, go look at the conversation. Oh, also, one other thing too I appreciated about MySpace, you were able to blog. So you also were able to grab a following from the content you could create from a blog that was totally separate from your actual page, but they could get right to it from it. And you would get true interactions from your blog on MySpace. And again, it wasn't none of this crap that people are dealing with today, as far as like how the internet is. People have more information at their fingertips and still find themselves not knowing exactly what they're looking for, but they're talking about what they're looking for. So, which is odd. But MySpace was definitely a number two bright spot back in the day. Uh, where would I be if I didn't talk about the messenger platforms? Oh my God. The instant messenger game? Yo, who won that game? The reason why Messenger on Facebook exists now, Facebook literally took bits and pieces except for one thing. You have no real individuality as far as expressing yourself as an individual on a Facebook platform. Twitter, you don't have that over expressive, but you don't have that many characters either. So you got to get direct to the point on Twitter. And however, you can't play with nobody on Twitter. You might fuck around and find out that ain't the move. So Facebook has done a good job by taking bits and pieces from everything that has came about during that particular era that I'm telling y'all about as far as the internet goes, and they put it all here. So for the messenger aspect, Yahoo Messenger, MSN Messenger, and AOL, which was known as AIM. Is it still around? Stop playing. Yo, wait a minute. Y'all got to see this. Wait. Yahoo Messenger is still around? No way. Okay. So what Google did was Google has their chat. Before Google Chat, it was Google Hangout. And Google Hangout was a much clearer thing of Messenger. So depending on your camera quality of the Messenger, for example, Yahoo, if you had a great camera quality, it would show. But for the most part, it always looked like he was out there ticking. Now the audio was crisp, which was crazy. The audio was always clear. Then the videos got caught up where, you know, the camera qualities and stuff like that started to catch up and it got better, got a little bit more fluid. Then Yahoo got strong real quick. They made it to a point where you could watch videos with friends. So it used to be an app called Rabbit, and you could watch movies with like 10 of your friends from the app. Yahoo was the one that made that possible because everything you was watching was from YouTube. So you had this great sharing going on, and it was from YouTube. But Yahoo Messenger, man, I don't think people will understand the dynamics of what it used to be in those early ages where you had to wait for the updates to get cleaned up and everything would come back a little bit more pristine. He was like, yeah. So Black Planet, MySpace, everybody shut down for maintenance. It literally took them a day. And I appreciated those days more so now because when things get updated, they just don't follow through. It's kind of like it's still not refined or retooled enough. But then, you know, that day you took away from being in front of the screen and so forth, sometimes become 6 days from not being in front of the screen or whatever the case may be. You actually went out and did things. You was a part of the world, and then when you came back, you shared stuff with people that you were looking to learn about them and their area and where they were from. You had a lot more laughs then than now. Now you got more unnecessary debates because there's a whole lot that goes on. And as Jules said, people happen to the internet. So this is crazy that it came out March 9th, 1998. That was crazy. Crazy times. But shout out to Yahoo Messenger, man. That was definitely a highlight on the internet. Let's see. Oh wow. Yo. So I didn't know this though. I did not know that MSN Messenger came out roughly about a little over a year later in 1999. So again, same kind of concept. The thing with MSN Messenger was the games you could play on here with your friends. You could do the video. Now that was a game changer too. Microsoft video quality, it was of another level at that point in time. Everybody else progressed. AOL, Yahoo, they got better over time, but then Google just sat back and took notes and just demoralized everybody, and they had to concede. Damn. It's crazy. So with this, you get on here, you play games with your friends, and sometimes you would encourage people who were faithful to one to get on the other, because back then one platform didn't do what the other platform did. That's why I could appreciate Twitter to another level. Whereas with Facebook, it does everything everybody's done. It just stationaries it to just doing it all on one platform. It's cool, and at the same time, it sucks balls. For the one thing, like I said, it's the expression thing for me. You really don't have a lot of individuality going on Facebook. You don't get to make your background. Hell, at one time they did do a thing where you could pick a layout, but it didn't take. So I don't know why they even introduced it, but it was okay. They had great layouts, but it didn't. None of them really stayed. Like, people was like, "Hey, I picked this layout. It's not showing. Somebody help." And some people was able to get this stuff. I had mine to show, but then I noticed that it was pretty partial to what browser that people were using. So whatever browser that you used, and then your background would show up then. But there's no individuality. So yeah, Microsoft was definitely in the mix. It's funny that Yahoo Messenger is still active. But MSN Messenger took it to another level, and they became this platform, which we know very much as Skype. That's what happened to MSN Messenger. it took technology steroids and became Skype. A lot of major companies are still using Skype. Matter of fact, about a few months back, for what's this company name? Reventure, a coding company. I did my interview with them on Skype. Did the white sheet and the whole nine, everything, and I was just not going to do a 6-month long interview process. So outside of that, it was cool that all of that could be done in one space. But that's what MSN Messenger became. It became Skype. Yeah. Interesting stuff, right? Let's see if it'll come up this way. Oh, snap. It came up just by putting in AIM. Yo, this is crazy, right? So AOL Instant Messenger, aka AIM. Oh my God. AIM had a different kind of loyalty. The people who had AOL, they were loyal to a time where the internet was strictly coming through the phone lines. If you didn't go through the you ain't internet enough. What up, Turkish? What's good, man? How you feeling? Oh my God. So you didn't internet enough if you didn't go through that part. And there's no knock on nobody, and I'm not trying to even make y'all feel bad. However, I know that's gonna happen anyway. But one thing about AOL loyalists, they were loyal to that disc. And it was funny how it ran. I think it was like a certain number of minutes per disc, if I'm not mistaken. And you would go to people's houses and they have like a stockpile of CDs just in that little cardboard box. And then they figure out how to hack stuff and get away. But man, the internet was a different place then than it is now. But it's funny. Now, 2 out of the 3 messenger platforms are still active. That is crazy. I did not know Yahoo Messenger was still going. I damn sure didn't think AOL Instant Messenger, aka AIM, was still going. This is wow. I got half the mind just to get on and do a whole live and just have fun just using those two and just to see the difference between then and now. What have they become? Like I said, MSN Messenger clearly became Skype. And so that was another situation. But wow, man, oh man. That's crazy that is still active. Jeez. But the webcam stories I could tell y'all. Yo, this is far too fun right now. Let's see what else is still around. So the entertainment spectrum of the internet started to kick in. And talk about a simpler time where you could easily ruin somebody's day if they tried you in a certain way. For example, I'm going to paint you a picture. You're at work. You've been doing what you know you need to do. And, oh wow, all of a sudden, you realize that, hey, there's this guy or there is this manager person who's really not feeling you for whatever reason or another. So they decide to piss you off. You know what? I think I can find a video. I definitely can find a video. They decide to piss you off. So what you did instead is the most, what you did was the most get back of get backs. So before speaker systems got what they were now, they were actually pretty strong back then. These speaker systems got clarity. Speaker systems back then had bass, and you bought them and you plugged them in to the PC. And sometimes you would go spend a little $20 to $30 to go get these. But again, imagine being at work, a coworker that you're really cool with. You love this mofo to death. They rock with you. That's your dog. But the manager don't like them. and say, you know what? Today, you're going to do this, you're going to do that, you're going to do that. And they're like, I'm not doing that. That's not my job requirement. Well, then you're going to get fired. So you know what would happen next? They will fire them. And they will plug that system in and turn it up. And this bad boy will be playing for hours on end.
Here we go.
And when you finally figured out who the screen was, you saw the dancing hamster. You saw the screen fill of dancing hamsters going in several different directions. I don't think you can do that now. It's not even a thing anymore. And I question how many views that thing got at a time. Let me see. Let's see if we can find that out. I am so curious to see if we can find out how many views or clicks or visits. Oh, let's do that. Why is it telling me ham? Oh. Damn! Wait a minute, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on. Boy, this is why I tell you. When you learn how to use what you're supposed to, keywords matter. From its creation in August 1998 to January 1999, the Hamster Dance site recorded about 800 total visits, roughly 4 per day. But suddenly, without warning, that number jumped to 15,000 visits per day. Damn. Bro, do people understand how strong that is for literally less than a year? That's right at about 5 to 6 months. 15,000 visits per day. Hot damn, Hamster Dance. What would that be in today's time? If they were, because it's what, every 100,000 clicks, it's like, what, $1? $15,000. They would have been all right. Times 365. They would have been all right. Let's see something. Hold on. Let's see something. 15 times 365. 5,475,000 on a year. So they had about half of that. Jesus Christ. I wonder if somebody bought them out, or they just said, you know what, this is just a fun thing. Wow. Hamster Dance pulled up that many views per day. Oh God. They've even made commercials back in the day. Wow. I'm just going through my mind like this was a great time for the internet. And not because it was the beginning. The levels of interaction still required you to be an individual. Today's internet doesn't promote individuality. Facebook doesn't do that. TikTok definitely doesn't do that. Twitter does it because you have to be in your bag when you're expressing your thoughts through written communication. And then you also have the areas where you can verbally exchange with one another. You can also go live on Twitter as well. But the people on there are far more genuine by a landslide. What does the internet become? Has it become that you have so much information that it allows you to be just, I don't know, not as consistent? Or is it that you pop up at the last minute to go research something and then come back and proclaim it as knowledge when it hasn't been implemented in your life? This is interesting. We have to revisit this because there's a lot more that I want to know what happened to a lot of these companies. Not just the ones we pulled up today, but others that I have in mind. And if you have some in mind too, tell you what you need to do. Without question, go ahead and email us at tmaxnetworkllc@gmail.com. Let me put it right there for you. And the cat is back. She always comes back. Hit us up and let's have this discussion to see what's going on as far as companies that we knew to love and we appreciated, the origins of certain platforms and websites. Have they strayed? Have they not? Changes of ownerships. How does that come into play? What up, Shaq? How did that come into play? So yeah, we definitely got to revisit this. The cat. The cat. The cat. The cat. It's always you. Stop. She comes back. So I'm going to leave you, fam. I am. I'm going to leave you. So anyway, y'all go ahead and hit us up, man. Please like the channel. Why are you trying to rub against my bracelet? Like the channel, subscribe to the channel. We would love to have y'all come by and just show love. We appreciate y'all over here so much at T-Max Network. Y'all can join the Facebook group, which is T-Max Network, flat out, and we'll pull you right on in. 1,000+ strong members over there. Shout out to Guns and Boxing. Shout out to Psycho Killers. Shout out to Southern Gentleman Cigar Club. And shout out to Country Boy Cigar Club. That's also on Facebook. So, look, we're going to revisit this because this is brought about some questions that got really interested. And I want to see what was the thing that derailed some of these companies. So until next time, my good people, stay strong. Or not.